Around 5 in the morning, Maria prepared her costume. She darkened the shades of her lips and nails with makeup and put in her plastic fangs. To complete the alternative aesthetic, she attached a silver chain to her left trouser pocket. "Morning," her brother said groggily. "I'm about to give Emily her present. You want to tag along?" "Sure." The pair left their room. They knocked on Robert and Chelsea's door. Robert was the one to answer. "Sorry for waking you guys up so early," Maria apologized. "Don't sweat it. We're early risers. I thought Emily would want to have this." The teen held out a stuffed equine doll. "It's the one I started designing around September last year. You should be the one to give it to her." Emily's father stepped aside to make way for her friends. Maria nudged the child awake. "Morning, sleepyhead." "Maria?" "Happy birthday, kiddo." Maria handed the animal to the 9-year-old. "Is this one a girl?" "Mm-hmm. Her name's Atmospheric." "Thanks." "You're welcome." The adolescent turned to face Robert. "You guys mind if we take her to get a drink? Don't party too hard. No promises." Emily got dressed and followed the siblings to the vending machine. Brandon bought each of them a soda. "Hey, Maria." "What's up?" "Are you dying?" "Where'd that come from all of a sudden?" "Dad told me after we moved in with Grandma and Grandpa. He said you'd probably be gone soon." Maria stared past the horizon for a moment. "Guess I can't hide anything from you." "I don't want you to go." "Don't be sad. Want to know a secret?" Maria kneeled down. She whispered into her friend's ear. Emily's sorrow, though still apparent, gradually shifted to wonder. After breakfast, the party went shopping for candy and beverages. They spent the rest of the morning hanging around town. By noon, they were back in their rooms waiting for nightfall. When the sun began to set, everyone checked out of their rooms. By then, they were all dressed for the party. "Zane's house is only about 20 minutes from here," Maria told them. "We'll get there early in case he needs any help." With all of their preparations completed, the septet drove to their final destination. A short, athletic male with dark hair and a goatee greeted them. "You're Zane, right?" Maria asked. "That's my name." "Is everything set up already?" "Everything but the computers." "Sorry we couldn't get here sooner. It was a long drive." "You must be that chick Eric was talking about. He mentioned a few people from down south." "Maria." She and Zane shook hands. "Make yourself at home. He should be here soon." "Thanks. Let us know if you need anything." By 7:30, more people started to arrive. Brandon connected his computer to the network, leaving Emily and Maria to play online while the others explored the environment. Closer to 9, they met up outside for Lisa's photo shoot. "Maria, can I get you and Emily to do a couple poses for me?" the older woman requested. "I was thinking of doing a mini collage called The Princess and the Vampire." "Sounds fun," Maria agreed. After a couple shots each, they switched out, ending with a photo of the entire group. Maria stood against the tree where the photos were taken, distancing herself from the crowd to meditate and reflect. While she contemplated her mortality, a red mist crept into her nostrils. She recognized the odor immediately. The sickly aroma drew her further from the gathering. The youngest Drake lost track of each block. The smell grew more pungent the closer she drew to its source. Under one of the street lights, a stack of mutilated corpses came into view. Before them, a tall, muscular man stood imposingly, his face concealed by a rubber skeleton mask. In his right hand, he wielded a stained hatchet. "You must be one of the psychos my mother warned me about. Pleasure to meet you." He turned to face the source of the feminine voice. He said nothing. "Even though I knew you were out here somewhere, I never thought I'd come across one of you face to face. But I also know the universe works in mysterious ways." He tilted his head, curious about the strange girl who was able to stare death in the face without flinching. Still, he did not speak. "Anyway, as you've probably already surmised, I'm not your ally. What do you say we cut the chit-chat and get down to business?" From the pocket of her coat, Maria extracted a pocket knife. Serrated teeth were carved into the blade. One stab to a vital organ guaranteed an attacker would bleed out. Enraged by the insolent girl who dared to challenge him, the masked murderer let out a loud cry. He charged at the Drake sibling. She forced him back with a swift air kick. "Seems to me you're new to this whole killing thing. You should know by now rushing an alert opponent never works in your favor. You'll need more than brawn to beat me." In response to her provocation, the man flung his weapon forward. She deflected it with her own. "That's better. Maybe I misjudged you. Now think, how are you going to fight when you're unarmed?" The man pulled off his belt. Judging by his confidence, he had already used it before. "Not bad. Now you have an advantage. Can you guess what it is?" He ran towards her again. However, he stopped short of a direct confrontation, opting to aim for her knife. She stepped forward. Rather than be struck by the leather's length, she wrapped it around her forearm. She pulled him toward her and closed her free palm around his throat. To his horror, she lifted him off the ground before slamming him on his back. "Looks like you're starting to get the hang of it. If we'd met 3 years ago, I might have been in trouble." The killer rolled over and coughed in pain. "Do you understand now? This isn't fun for me." "Why don't you just kill me?" he grunted in a low, gruff voice. "I didn't even want you to kill anybody. Why would I choose to be a bigger hypocrite than I already am?" The killer rose to his feet. He struggled to catch his breath. "Right now, I'd rather be enjoying time with genuinely kind people who understand the value of life. Instead, I have to waste one of my last days on Earth teaching a deranged lunatic why his actions are pointless." "What the hell are you talking about?" "Watch carefully." A deep blue aura extended from Maria's blade. The killer removed his mask, revealing a confused, frightened expression. "What are you?" "A human being, just like you. I spent so much time trying to understand why I was here, what the point of life was. I didn't understand the reasoning behind all the chaos. I had to search everywhere I could think of for answers, until one day it dawned on me. Philosophers could only speculate about our role because their knowledge of the universe was limited to what they could see. We're only just now starting to understand what energy is. It's self-correction given form. The purpose of our existence was staring us in the face the whole time. We were just overcomplicating it. Evolution is our ultimate end goal. Now I know a utopian civilization is more than possible. If we redirected our time towards advancement, we could change the fate of humanity overnight. Unfortunately, those of us who actually care about bettering the world have to contend with people like you, if not worse. Politicians are still oppressing and killing not only their neighbors, but their own people. Teachers and priests are continuing to abuse children despite repeatedly being caught in the act. When I say my time is running short, what I really mean is my patience. You're planning to kill yourself. Why should I care? Haven't you been paying attention? I said energy is self-correcting. What do you think that means? You're full of shit. Wrong answer. With one motion, Maria sliced through the killer's solar plexus. When she turned back around, there wasn't a single mark on him. A self-correcting force is eternal. As long as some semblance of consciousness remains, we'll be reborn sooner or later. Without some degree of sentience, the universe couldn't exist. Everything down to the smallest particles must interact with each other. This is evident in everything we see and feel. Evil has no influence over natural law. Emily and Brandon emerged from the shadows. They had already changed back into their normal clothes and were each carrying weapons of their own. Bet you're starting to feel a bit claustrophobic right now, like the walls are closing in. I know that feeling. Need some help? The elder Drake asked. If you don't mind. The same aura that surrounded Maria's blade encapsulated Brandon's entire body. He tightened the grip on his axe. Emily's glow enveloped her spears. Atmosphere hung from the right handle. A dark, unnamed doll was tied to the left. Strike after strike, the trio unleashed an unrelenting flurry of soul-crushing attacks. It wasn't long before the once threatening figure was on his knees in tears. Maria gazed into his eyes. You feel it now, don't you? How small you are. A picture of wasted potential. Yet without you, the entire system would collapse. Funny how that works out, isn't it? Don't forget, you're a piece of shit just like me, he growled. That's exactly why I have to start over. There are still things I don't know for certain. I'll only be around for as long as it takes to get my affairs in order. Even if I'm wrong about everything, I'll still be able to rest. That's something people don't get enough of these days. Want my advice? Turn yourself in and think about how you intend to spend your next lifetime, if there is another. With nothing more to say, Maria, Brandon, and Emily walked away, leaving the broken man to ponder his destiny among his victims. When the lights disappeared from view, Maria collapsed. Brandon caught her before she made full contact with the ground. Are you okay? Emily asked with concern. I'm just a little tired. Sorry I couldn't spend more time with you. I know how important this is to you guys. It's okay. I still have Mom, Dad, Grandma, and Grandpa. Yeah. Brandon lifted his sister into his arms. Consciousness began to fade fast. For her last words, Maria left Emily with an important tale. Listen, don't make the same mistake I did. Huh? I was younger than you when I decided the world was against me. I couldn't distinguish friend from foe. I pushed everyone away, even my mom. What I didn't realize at the time was, yeah, maybe things wouldn't go my way, but I had more control than I knew. There's still hope to be found, no matter how minimal. Hope is what gives way to freedom. It was ultimately through my mom's guidance that I came to understand the arcane secrets of reality. No matter how frustrated you get, pay attention to the people around you. For every door that closes, another will open. You just have to keep a close eye out. Emily nodded. Maria closed her eyes. She took one breath in and exhaled. Within seconds, she was slumbering peacefully. Brandon carried her back to the car.